Welcome to the Agent University's online training module, Customer Service. In this module, we will focus on preparing for first impressions, arriving at the customer's property, and overall best practices you can implement in order to provide quality customer service. This is one of 8 modules in the loading curriculum that you must pass in order to become a certified loader. Please touch on the navigation button in order to familiarize yourself with navigating through this course. Touch Next when you're ready to begin. The 3 most stressful times in a person's life are death, divorce, and moving. We must understand how much stress our customer is under during the moving process. They are leaving friends and family. Children will attend new schools. It could be a move to start a new job. Understanding your customer's situation will have a huge impact on the success of the move. Customers who feel they are not being treated fairly will find fault with their move, the crews, and the company, and are much more likely to file a claim. Taking your time and making the effort to go above and beyond for your customer will ensure a professional and pleasant experience for all. Touch on each of the following tabs to learn more about how to approach the customer before the move and the day of the move. Before moving day. Set up your crew. Call the origin agent 48 to 72 hours in advance to let them know how many crew members you will need and their time of arrival. Helpers need to be in uniform and they need to be certified. If this is a military move, remember that military bases require photo IDs for all workers, not just drivers. Then call 24 hours in advance to confirm the number of helpers and confirm if you are meeting them at the residence or agency. If you are picking up your crew, give them an appropriate time for you to meet. Get to know your crew and their experiences. This discussion will give you an idea on how to set up the crew for the day. Contact the customer. Customer service happens even before you step 1 foot on the customer's property. An introductory phone call should be made to the customer 24 to 48 hours in advance of the moving day. During that call, introduce yourself as the driver and foreman of the crew and your moving experience. If the customer has any issues during the move, clarify it with them that you are the main contact and they should come to you with concerns or questions. When you plan your arrival time with the customer, be sure to take into account any traffic or weather instances. Advise the customer that you plan to come prepared for the safe loading of their household goods. Ask if there is anything you need to know before arriving, such as any packing, for example, mattresses that will need to be completed. Verify the loading address and time. This can make all the difference between an on-time load or possible late arrival. Give the customer your contact information and let them know they can contact you for any questions or concerns. It is very important the customer feels confident they chose the right company for their move. Moving day before arrival. It is very unprofessional and simply annoying to a customer if you have to leave the job to return to the warehouse because something was forgotten. So before leaving for the customer's property, make sure you have all the loading paperwork. This would include cost detail, inventory, bill of lading, etc. If this is a military shipment, remember to have a copy of the GBL, especially if you need to gain access to a residence on base. Remember to pack the items that will be used for residence protection. Door jamb protectors, front door pad, floor runner and rug runner, cardboard scraps, railing protection, pads, carpet shields, and utilize a home protection kit. Review the paperwork to ensure you have all the tools and materials you need to complete the loading. Finally, give your customer a 30-minute courtesy call to let them know you're on your way. When you arrive on the job, be cordial and greet everyone with a smile. Your attitude is a message about your mood, feeling, and opinions that you unconsciously communicate to the customer. Don't let personal issues, a traffic annoyance, or anything else hinder a professional attitude. Introduce yourself and the crew. This would be the time to give them your business card and to remind them to come to you with any questions or concerns that they might have throughout the day. Explain to the customer that you're protecting not only the furniture that will be moving, but the residents. Please review Protecting the Home on the Agent University's online loading curriculum for more information on how to protect the property. Conduct an initial walkthrough with your customer and crew before bringing in any material. This will give you a chance to take notes about any pre-existing property damage or specific concerns. Some of this information may need to be communicated to the move manager or dispatcher. Have the customer point out any of the special care items discussed in the introductory call and explain to them how you will load and protect these items. This will give them peace of mind that you will care for their belongings. Discuss the following with the customer. Critical to quality questions like, does the new location have the same number of bedrooms? Will the two boys share a room at the new location, etc.? Set expectations and take the time to explain the moving process. Plan lunch breaks to coincide with the customer's break and discuss an estimated completion time. And discuss what restroom the customer would like the crew to use. It's important to not assume all of the bathrooms are available for use and make sure that the crew uses the appropriate bathroom and keeps it tidy. Discuss with your crew the following: their exact role and job they will be assigned for the day, your expectations on how they will behave towards the customer, the property, you, and each other. Make it clear that at no time should they use their cell phones while working, and any other information that will pertain to the task at hand. Be sure to park in a safe location that won't inconvenience the customer. Never walk across a customer's lawn when carrying in materials or loading items, but use sidewalks and driveways. Identify items needing to be disassembled. Do not use your cell phone while working unless there is an emergency. Be respectful, maintain an open line of communication, use eye contact, encourage confidence, and ask and answer as many questions as necessary. The following are the best practices to implement for great customer service. Please see the Resources tab in order to print off your copy of this list. Children. A small gesture of caring for the customer's children, working to keep them occupied and out of harm's way, will go a long way. For an older child, leaving a game and television for them in a room will be enough to keep them occupied. Simply load those items last. For younger children, give them packing paper and crayons to draw pictures. Parents will be impressed and thankful that you took the time to make sure their children were safe. Check out the property. If you have a chance, check out the property or address on Google Maps. This will allow you an opportunity to see the accessibility of the property, how much room you have to park the truck, any roadblocks, etc. If you don't have access to check out the property, ask the customer to clarify the surrounding areas or if the last time they moved were special delivery circumstances implemented. If you have any questions regarding the customer's property or surrounding area, be sure to ask the customer. Smoking, non-smoking. If a crew member wants to smoke on a break, they must do so on the opposite side of the truck that faces the house. Make a can or cup the designated area for finished cigarettes. There should never be anything discarded on the ground, and smoking is never allowed inside the truck. Remove and take back any cartons that haven't been used, as well as any personal trash, empty tape rolls, etc. Whatever you brought into the residence should be taken out. Take the time and assist tidying up after the job in the home is done. Carry waterless hand cleaner and paper towels. Pets. Let the customer know we recommend securing all animals in a room and putting a note on the door. This is for the safety of the pet as well as your crew. If it is a room that needs to be cleaned out, do that room first and then secure the pets. Questions. All questions should be answered by the driver or crew leader. All crew members should be made aware of this and follow it. Don'ts of communication. You and your crew should avoid excessive joking or kidding around, as this can be seen by the customer as unprofessional. Unless you're shaking hands, hello, or goodbye, you should never touch the customer. Be careful what you say in the presence of the customer. While it may seem like an innocent comment, the customer could take offense. Never use curse words or profanity on the job. If the customer is unhappy about moving in general, moving day will unfortunately be that much more stressful for the customer. Patience, understanding, and kindness are your best tools. If the customer is unhappy about something that has taken place with the moving process prior to your participation, the best thing you can do is assure the customer that it's your goal to turn this move around for them. Be professional, communicate your intentions, and follow through. Remember the 4 steps of handling conflicts. Apologize for the situation. Never assign blame in the presence of the customer, but apologize that the issue happened. Listen while allowing the customer to vent, maintain eye contact, and listen to the customer's needs. Paraphrase the problem. Say the issue back to the customer so that they know they were heard and so that you can come up with a solution. And present a working solution. If it is in your power to correct the situation, do it right away. Then report the situation to your operations department to handle internally. Remember that you are in a service industry and the customer is under a lot of stress. Keep in mind the customer's perception of their situation is their reality. Keep calm. Do not let emotions rule your reactions to the customer. You should now possess the skills necessary to prepare for first impressions, prepare for arrival at the customer's home, and provide quality customer service. The quiz contains 10 questions. Take your time and read each question carefully. Welcome to the Agent University's online training module, Protecting the Home. In this module, we will focus on protecting the home and best practices you can use for moving heavy items. This is one of 8 modules in the loading curriculum that you must pass in order to become a certified loader. Touch Next when you're ready to begin. Showing that you respect a customer's home will never go unnoticed, so it's important that you take the time to do it correctly. Walk through the property with the customer, inside and out, and take note of any property damage or concerns. Review findings with the customer and obtain signatures at both origin and destination. There's a fine line between pointing out pre-existing damage and unintentionally embarrassing the client with the state of their property. It's not necessary to point out every scratch and ding to the customer. However, anything noticeable should be pointed out and marked on the inventory using the home inspection form. Large stains, water damage, and broken items. Please review the Inventory Procedures module in the Agent University's online loading curriculum for correct inventory procedures. Touch to watch how our team handles a walkthrough with the customer.
I just want to go over a few details before we get the move started. We'll go over the cube sheet, show us what's going, what's not going, what's going to stay with the house. Also, too, we're going to do a detailed inventory list of your furniture and your cartons, and we'll write a description of any damages or pre-existing condition on it. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know, and we'll get started.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Always use sidewalks and driveways. Never walk across a customer's lawn. Cover the bottom of the walkboards with cardboard or plywood to ensure the driveways and walkways are protected. Ask if lawn ornaments or lawn lights can be removed in order to avoid any incidents. Common property damage will consist of oil spills onto the driveway, broken sprinkler heads, grooves in the yard, cracked driveway, grooves in asphalt driveway, fence damage, cable lines, and tree limbs. Begin protecting the inside of the house after introductions are made. Use carpet shields, rug runners, masonite, or cardboard on all carpeted areas to avoid stains. Use masonite, neoprene runners, or cardboard to protect all wood, marble, tile, stained and finished concrete, and travertine floors. Walls and pillars can become easily dinged or scratched if not protected properly. Use masonite, cardboard, pads, or corrugated plastic with blue painter's tape to adhere to walls, floor, and pillar surfaces. Use door jamb protectors, corner boards, folded cardboard, or pads on entryways, doorways, elevators, etc. to protect these items. Pad all banisters with moving pads. Pad wrap all furniture in the home at origin and unpad all furniture in the home at destination. Before you begin your loading job, confirm with the customer that you've padded and protected the home to their satisfaction. Please see the Padding Procedures module in the Agent University's online loading curriculum for more details on padding furniture. What item or items would you use to protect these wooden stairs, including the banister, from possible damage? Touch all that apply. We will discuss the best procedures for lifting heavy items. It is important to remember that you should never drag heavy items and always have enough people to lift the objects. Do not place cartons on furniture, but stack boxes with labels facing out. Do not try to catch falling furniture or use existing wheels or handles on the customer's furniture. If you happen to damage something, let the customer know immediately and be honest. Communicate with your crew and work together. Items used for moving: 2-wheel dolly, 4-wheel dolly, refrigerator dolly, kickback dolly. Walkboards. Use caution because these can become slick when wet. Speed packs. Helpful in apartment moves and high-rise buildings. Tape. Shrink wrap. Clean moving pads and rubber bands. Touch on each tab to learn about the different methods of lifting and carrying. Front carry. Hard to go through doorways, hard to see where you're going, and put stress on the lower back. Back carry. We recommend back carry as common practice. Can be used with boxes and small square furniture. Requires 2 set boxes. Lift with your legs and not your back. Easier to go through doorways. Can see where you're going. And it takes some practice, especially on stairs and warehouse loading. Hump strap. Always allow you to carry more weight. Can be used with boxes and furniture and takes some practice, especially on stairs and warehouse loading. 2-person carry. Plan before you carry. Must communicate throughout the process. And it takes some practice, especially on stairs and warehouse loading. High-low carry. Used with a highboy, dresser, armoire, or bookcase. Angle of item must match the angle of stairs or walkboard. Hump strap works well with this carry. Must communicate throughout the process. And take some practice, especially on stairs and warehouse loading. You should now be able to protect the home and execute the best practices for moving heavy items. The quiz contains 10 questions. Take your time and read each question carefully. You have now completed this module in the Agent University's online loading curriculum. As a reminder, you must pass all 8 modules.
Welcome to Service Packing Fundamentals Training Course. Navigation. Let's review some basic steps for Welcome. It takes a concerted team effort to make a great move happen. It must be well planned and perfectly executed on many fronts. It requires teamwork, customer focus, and ongoing communication every step of the way. That's why Serva and its brands have created the following courses for you to improve the basic skills required to make a successful moving experience for your customer. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Preparing for your pack job. Before leaving the warehouse to head to the customer's home, there are several things to get ready to ensure a professional and pleasant experience for you and the customer. Make sure that you have all loading paperwork. This would include cost detail, inventory, BOL, etc. If this is a military shipment, please be sure to have a copy of the GBL, especially if you need to gain access to a residence on base. Please note, in Canada, there is not a requirement for you to have the cost details or inventory, but as a packer, please be sure to have your packing addendum and copy of the BOL. Equipment must be painted to company colors and maintained to high standards on every move. It takes little effort to keep trucks in a professional-looking fashion, painted, washed, and detailed. Image is very important. Every packer and helper must be freshly showered, hair tidy, and wearing a clean press standard uniform. You are often the only representative of your company the customer has seen. This impression is very important. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Preparing your van. Study your salesperson's estimate for the job. Look over the estimate for any special packing requirements and how many cartons will be needed. Lay out whatever is called for on the estimate and then add at least a half dozen more of everything, just to be sure. It's not only time-consuming but very unprofessional to run out of materials at a job. It's recommended that new boxes are used for every job. Most government and military jobs mandate that only new boxes are used. To be safe, use new boxes unless otherwise noted on the sales estimate. If the sales estimate indicates crates are required, be sure to load all crating materials along with tools needed to assemble. Please see the Packing Best Practices section in this course for items that should go along on every pack job. It's a good idea that each packer has their own set of each item. You may also print this list off from the Resources tab in the upper right-hand section of your screen for future reference. Bring a toolbox for disassembling any hardware. Include a small step stool or ladder for safely reaching tall shelves or the top of taller furniture. Finally, remember your runners. Runners are an essential tool because they are used to protect light color carpets whenever the weather might allow dirt to be tracked into the house. Keep in mind the customer's home may still be on the market and should look as good when you leave as when you entered. The runners can be either plastic or cloth. If you take cloth runners, be sure they are freshly laundered. Load your runners in last so they are the first thing you bring in when you arrive. Preparing your van summary. Please read over this summary about what you will need to remember when it comes to preparing your van, and click Next when you are ready to continue. Arriving at the customer's home. Calling the customer to let them know you are on the way is a great initial introduction. It also confirms that the customer is ready for you. Tell them what time you will arrive and arrive on time. When you arrive on the job, be pleasant. Greet everyone with a smile. Don't let your personal issues, traffic annoyance, or anything else hinder a professional attitude. The customer will relax knowing they chose the right people for the job. Give the customer time to welcome you into their home. Call them by the name that is on the order, greeting them with good morning, and letting them know you are the packers they were expecting. Introduce your team and give them your name as well. Do an initial walkthrough with the team before bringing in any material. This gives you and your team the ability to discuss a game plan at the truck when getting material. We will discuss the walkthrough for the lead packer in just a moment. When the truck is unloaded, move it to a location that won't inconvenience the customer. Never walk across a customer's lawn, but use sidewalks or the driveway. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Walkthrough. The lead packer asks the customer to be taken through the home to see firsthand and in more detail what has to be packed. Make this tour work for you. Don't rely solely on observation, but ask questions. Check to see if they have the same kind of space and layout in the home they are moving to. Possible questions that will get you started. Are there the same number of bedrooms? Is there a garage at the new location? Will the twins share a room at the new house like they're sharing here? These questions will let the customer know without saying that you not only pack, but you plan the packing for their convenience. Ask about any special packing requirements such as fine china, special pictures, or pro gear if this is a U.S. military shipment that will need to be packed separately. No matter what you see, be professional and make no negative comment about their belongings. Remember to ask the customer what bathroom the packing crew is able to use. Inform your team and only use that restroom. Never smoke on the customer's property, in the home, or by the van. Doing so can cause immediate suspension if this is a U.S. military shipment. Carry waterless hand cleaner and paper towels. Check with the customer and make sure your lunch hour coincides with theirs. If possible, be out of the house at that time. Upon completion of your packing, go through the house, preferably with the customer, and make certain everything has been packed. Remove and take back any cartons that haven't been used, as well as any personal trash, empty tape rolls, etc. Whatever you brought into the residence should be taken back out. Remember to thank the customer and wish them well. 9 times out of 10, their selection was not on a dollar basis, but on your salesperson's promise that your agency would do the best job. They bought that promise. It's up to you to prove to them that they made a good choice. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Packing Best Practices. Let's begin touring the best practices by first explaining the icons that are used to explore the different sections in this course. You may click on any icon to jump to that section in the course. Touch the Tools icon for more information on the essential tools that are needed to get the job done. Touch the Container icon for more information on the container types used during all packing jobs from basic to complex. Touch the Packing Exceptions icon for information on those items that are forbidden for transport. Touch the checkmark icon for tips that can be used throughout your packing experience. Touch the U.S. military icon for more information on how to prepare before the job starts. We highly recommend printing off each list to have for your use. Please see the Resources tab in the upper right-hand corner. Let's begin. Packing Tools. Using the correct tools for any pack job will ensure protected contents within a neat and well-packed container. Click to learn more. Unprinted newsprint. Newsprint is the most common wrapping tool used for protecting goods from damage. Use versatile newsprint to wrap, cover, cushion, and line. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Tissue paper. Use tissue paper for fragile, delicate objects when newsprint would be coarse or abrasive. It's ideal for figurines, trophies, antiques, and knickknacks. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Paper pads. Paper pads offer extra cushion and structure. Use them for larger items that are fragile, higher value, sensitive, or sentimental. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Corrugated paper. Corrugated paper is excellent for packaging and protecting fragile goods from damage during shipment. It's ideal for items made from glass, metal, and other delicate materials that may be prone to breakage. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is a good alternative to paper pads, and it works especially well for glass or crystal items. Please click Next when you're... Stretch wrap. Plastic stretch wrap protects against soil and grime. Always use it on upholstered pieces. Keep it in mind when packing household items. It's a good tool to use to wrap barbecue grills and lawnmowers. Please click Next when you're ready. Standard quilted pads. You'll find a variety of uses for pads. Pads prevent property damage when used to protect walls from chafing containers or when used as part of workstation protection on existing surfaces. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Tape and tape gun. You can't pack a household without 2-inch wide tape. It seals, secures, and simplifies the packing process. Make sure tape never directly touches contents. All it takes is one motion of the arm to apply tape when using a tape gun. It saves time and energy and looks professional. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Rubber bands. Rubber bands are ideal to hold down container flaps when cardboard tabs fail. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Rug floor runners. Rug runners protect floors and carpets from damage. Define traffic paths with them in each room that you pack. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Utility knife. A utility knife comes in handy for a variety of packing needs. Use it to break straps, modify containers, or create custom-fit protection for odd-sized items. Please click Next when you're ready. Packing tips. All packing procedures are based on 3 key steps: prepare the container, protect the contents, secure the container. During the packing process, personal, even private and sentimental possessions are prepared for shipment. It's important that customers witness professional, respectful treatment of their property. Keep in mind the sensitive nature of your duties. Always handle customer goods with expert care. In turn, a comfortable, relaxed customer will allow you to pack more goods in less time. Follow our 5 guidelines to maximize packing efficiency and minimize customer claims. 1. Learn to pack by unpacking. The best way to learn how to pack is to unpack a container. Observe how damage is caused or avoided. Then apply the techniques to your packing routine. 2. Mark handling instructions clearly. Know how containers are loaded within tiers. Then mark handling instructions clearly to indicate how or where the container should ride. 3. Balance speed, efficiency, and care. Strive for a steady, productive pace. Manage your time so that you can take extra care when needed for higher value, fragile, and sentimental items. 4. Pack defensively. Never assume all drivers or helpers will handle goods with care. Do your part by making sure the container is well prepared, protected, and secured for transport. 5. Make it look professional. Remember, what customers see is what is important to them. Each container should look professionally packed and prepared. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Packing exceptions. Proper packing is the most important step in safely transporting a customer's personal belongings. The first thing to learn is what not to pack. Some items are dangerous or illegal to transport by moving van. Please print this list off from the Resources tab for future use. Certain items should be transported with the customer, and you may want to run down this list with them. Advise the customer to secure these items in an area to ensure they won't be packed or loaded. Cash, securities, jewelry, personal papers, documents such as birth certificates, social security numbers, deeds, collections, coins, stamps, etc., family photographs and wedding albums, moving-related documents. Note, on intra-Canadian moves, it is legal to transport non-restricted firearms, but illegal to transport ammunition. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Containers. There's a container for just about every packing need. Basic containers are named for the cubic feet they can contain. They're available in small, medium, and large. Other containers are manufactured for specific purposes and named accordingly. You may print off our list of container sizes and suggested items that go into each for future reference. Please see the Resources tab in the upper right. Please note, container sizes will vary in Canada and are represented in parentheses throughout this course. Click to learn more. 1.5 container. 1.5s are perfect for small, heavy objects like books, records, photo albums, and pantry goods. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. 3.1 container. The 3.1 is a medium container, and it's a good choice for linens, oversized books, clothing, toys, games, kitchen items, and lampshades. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. 4.5 container. Use a 4.5 for larger, lighter contents like blankets, quilts, pillows, baking trays, cookware, and large plastic storage containers. Oversized lampshades also fit well into a 4.5. Please click Next when you're ready. 6.0 containers. 6.0s are shorter and more square than 4.5s. Their shape may make it easier to pack and handle when dealing with some large and light household items. Please click Next. Dish pack container. A dish pack's double-thick corrugated construction provides superior protection for everyday dishes as well as fine china. Use it for other higher value, breakable items throughout the home. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Wardrobe container. A wardrobe works like a portable closet. This container makes easy work of packing clothing. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Picture mirror containers. This container is available in a 2-part or 4-part version. Each has its advantages. 2-part is adjustable in 2 directions up and down. It works well for posters, glass shelving, and smaller glass inserts. A 4-part container is adjustable in 4 directions, up, down, right, and left. It can be modified for larger glass tops, mirrors, and artwork. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Mattress containers. Mattress containers are available for king, queen, double, single, and crib mattresses and box springs. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Parts box. Box number 1 is a parts box which will include tools, remotes, small bed parts, screws or bolts, cords for items still plugged into the wall. These items go into the box individually wrapped per item with packing paper or placed in a Ziploc bag and labeled for what room and what item the parts go to. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. General packing guidelines. Packing room by room will help you stay organized. Establish a work area in each room. As you complete that room, sort packed boxes by weight, light, medium, heavy. Never mix items from different rooms. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. You may click on any icon to jump to that container to learn more. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Typical box construction. Assemble all standard cartons like this. Invert the box. Fold in the flaps. Place 1 or 2 long pieces of packing tape across the center seam and 1 piece across each side seam. Do not cover any printing. To make a bottom cushion, put loosely crumpled unprinted newsprint in the carton bottom. Wrap all fragile, breakable items in paper. Always pack the large, heavy items first. Pack smaller items on top of the large, heavy items. Be sure to check the weight of the box periodically. The box should not be too heavy for one person to lift comfortably. Fill in all of the empty spaces with small items or crumpled paper. Leave no gaps in the carton as this will help to make it crush-proof. Make a top cushion. Leave 1/4 to 1/2 inch of space at the top of the carton. Fill this space with crumpled paper. When closed, the carton's top and sides should neither bulge nor sag. Tape the seams securely. Typical box construction summary. Please read over this summary about how to construct a typical box and click Next when you're ready to continue. You may click on any icon to jump to that container to learn more. Mirror carton. Mirror cartons are assembled in a slightly different manner than regular cartons since they come in 2 or 4 pieces rather than a single piece. First, fold corrugated cardboard inserts snugly along top, bottom, and sides. Let side inserts project past ends and bend them over the corners. Fit 4 carton sections firmly around the mirror or picture, taping all edges securely. Tip: place carton tabs between flaps. This method keeps the tab from hooking on contents as they are being placed within the container. Bend rolled newsprint into right angles to cushion corners. This method allows contents to slip easily into the container and forms a framework of heavy contents. Treat pictures separately, wrapping each for protection in paper pads in an envelope style. Place prints or mirrors into the container, back to back or front to front. To prevent a bulging container, each print should not exceed 1 inch width, including the frame. Make sure open space is filled with newsprint. Mirror carton summary. Please read over this summary about how to construct a mirror carton and click Next when you are ready to continue. You may click on any icon to jump to that. Wardrobe carton. The wardrobe carton also requires some special assembly because of the bar for hanging clothes. Make sure to have a large workspace available. Secure the bottom of the wardrobe with 2-inch tape like you would use on a small, medium, or large carton. Stand the wardrobe upright and insert the wardrobe bar in the slots on the side. Make sure that the small flaps of cardboard near these slots are on the inside of the wardrobe. If put on the outside, the wardrobe bar sticks out away from the carton and can cause damage to the home when moving. Hang clothing from the closet onto the bar. Do not overfill the carton. To help protect from wrinkling, a good practice is to insert the clothes into the wardrobe lower than the bar and then lift up to hang on the bar. This helps keep the clothes from bunching. Place tape on top of the hangers on the bar to help secure them in place once the carton is full. Close the top of the wardrobe and secure with tape like you did the bottom. Make sure the ends of the bar that are on the outside of the wardrobe are not sticking out. These can be bent in easily. A good practice is to also put tape around the top of the wardrobe that covers the bar ends and also supports the front flap. Mark the carton. Wardrobe carton summary. Please read over this summary about how to construct a wardrobe carton and click Next when you're ready to continue. You may click on any icon to jump to that container to learn more. U.S. Military. Please be sure all crew members have proper identification. On military shipments, crews will be required to provide state identification in order to access the base. It's also best practice to carry your printable background check and/or certification ID card. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Firearms. Great care should be taken when firearms are to be transported. It is the shipper's responsibility to ensure firearms are inoperable by removing the bolt, firing pin, trigger assembly, or other arming parts. Though we can legally move firearms, the transportation of ammunition is strictly prohibited. Before packing, ensure all firearms are inoperable and empty. Firearms should be containerized and packed to ensure safe travel. On the inventory, you must annotate make, model, serial number, caliber, or gauge of the weapon. For more information on packing and shipping firearms, please see the Resources tab in the upper right-hand corner and click on the U.S. Military Standards. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Pro Gear, Professional Gear. Pro Gear consists of items that members use to perform their official duties. These would be things such as reference books, papers, materials, instruments, equipment, specialized clothing such as diving suits, band uniforms, chaplain's vestments, that is not normal or usual uniform clothing. For more information on preparing Pro Gear shipments, please see the Resources tab in the upper right-hand corner and click on the U.S. Military Standards. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Packing for U.S. military shipments. Packing for U.S. military is similar to all pack jobs with exceptions as noted below. Totes must be inspected and repacked if necessary. Totes may be either placed in a carton, have contents packed in a carton with totes stacked separately, or wrap tote in blanket or paper. Tape should never touch the tote itself. PBOs. All cartons must be carrier packed. No PBOs are allowed. Crating. U.S. military will not approve crating for motorcycles, furniture, or flat-screen TVs. All crating must be pre-approved. Military will pay only tariff rates and no third-party compensation. Appliances. All disconnects are the member's responsibility. Vanline is responsible for locking front-load washer drum. OA should perform the service, but the driver has the ultimate responsibility. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Carton labeling. Cartons must be correctly labeled. The carton has to include the name, registration number, room designation, and accurate description of the carton contents. It's a good idea to have pre-printed labels that have this information so that only the corresponding room and content description would have to be written. For more information on U.S. military shipments, please see the Resources tab and click on U.S. Military Standards. Please click Next when you're ready to continue. Quiz instructions. You will now be required to take a quiz to test what you've learned during this course. Take your time and read each question carefully. A score of 80% is required to pass. Please click Next when you're ready to continue.
Welcome to our course on the top 5 cargo claim concerns and how to avoid them, presented for Allied Van Lines. Before we get started, let's talk about how to use this online technology. At the bottom of the presentation, you'll see a playback control toolbar currently displayed on the screen. The buttons on the left-hand side will allow you to play, pause, rewind, and fast-forward the presentation. The audio button allows you to turn sound on or off, and if you don't have sound, you have the option of selecting the closed caption button to read the information on your screen. Click the Skip Continue button to continue. Claims. Unfortunately, they are a part of our business. We understand that we will probably never totally eliminate all claims, but our goal is to come as close to that as possible. In this course, you will learn the top 5 claim categories, as well as best practices and some innovative products to help you avoid claims in these top 5 areas. Let's begin this training by asking you to identify which items from the list on your screen do you think are the top 5 claim concerns. Click on the boxes you would like to select. Then click the Submit button. Now let's see what the statistics tell us the top 5 claims are. They come from the following categories: hardwood furniture, overstuffed, otherwise known as OS furniture, appliances with specific emphasis on high-efficiency washers, mattresses, and flat-screen TVs. Of the top 5 claim categories you just saw, the most repetitive claim involves hardwood furniture, accounting for 41% of all claim damage occurrence industry-wide. The most frequent type of hardwood furniture damage involves dressers, 10% to be exact, but the most expensive claims involve the dining room table, and unfortunately, it is the 4th most repetitive claim. The good news is there are industry best practices that you can follow to assist with the handling of hardwood furniture. The first rule is, never use a customer's furniture as a workstation. Even if the customer gives approval, never do this. It can only lead to accidents resulting in claims and unhappy customers. A best practice for packing crews is to bring their packing surface. Ensure this packing surface is smooth and doesn't have any rough areas or sharp edges that could cause damage to a customer's home or property. Other best practices with hardwood furniture claims include inspecting the condition of the furniture before preparing to ship it, and noting the condition of the piece of furniture on the inventory sheet. To truly be effective, be sure to include the customer in this process. It is important for the customer to agree to the condition of the furniture and sign the inventory sheet after loading. It is also helpful to sometimes take photos of the items with pre-existing damage. Before wrapping the furniture, another best practice involves inspecting the pads to assure they are clean, dry, and free of debris. Even the smallest debris particles can damage hardwood. To make sure your pads stay clean, it is always a good practice when stacking the pads to fold them with the clean side in. Another best practice indicates that legs should be removed from any table and wrapped separately. In addition, make sure you note the number of legs wrapped on the inventory sheet. If you encounter some problems with removing the table legs, check with the customer. Some dining room table legs cannot be removed. Next are process details you need to remember in order to avoid hardwood claims. First, make sure that the bolts, wing nuts, instructions, etc. are placed in a parts bag and then placed into the parts box. The parts box sticker should be placed on 2 sides of the carton and noted on the inventory sheet, listed as item number 1. To assure efficiency when reassembling the furniture during the unloading process, best practice is to make sure that the parts box for each shipment is easily accessible during the unloading. Additionally, be sure that the customer's name, registration number, and tag color are on all pages of the inventory sheet. To ensure hardwood furniture protection, there are some innovative products that you could use to help reduce claims even more. The van line is not endorsing hardwood furniture innovative products or any of the other innovations that are referenced in this course. Rather, we are providing information on the innovations that may assist in claims prevention. The first product worth noting is the Top Shield from a company called Claim Shield Protective Products. The Top Shield is a 2-piece table protection system that provides protection from both friction and impact damage. The soft liner prevents surface scratches as well as pad impressions. Cardboard is sized to the surface area and inserted into the top shield. Besides dining room furniture, this product can also be used for dresser tops and headboards. Another innovation are corrugated cardboard corner protectors, which can protect corners from crushing during transit or during the load and unload process. Besides protecting the furniture, this product also helps protect the customer's residence from damage to walls and entryways. The corrugated protectors are formed into an L shape. The corner boards are placed on the outside of pads and held in place by bands. Alright, let's see what you remember. Select the most appropriate answer for each question. The next category, which presents a significant number of claims, is overstuffed furniture, which accounts for 9.2% of all claim damage occurrence and 5.6% of all claim costs. What are the issues? Overstuffed furniture, just by its nature, is usually heavy, bulky to handle, and susceptible to various types of upholstery damage. The most frequent damage with OS furniture is tears, cuts, soiled or rubbed fabric, or stains. How do you prevent these claims? Industry best practices offer 4 steps for you to follow in order to avoid claims with overstuffed furniture. The first step is the inventory process. You have heard this before, but it is worth repeating. Make sure you involve the customer. Examine the furniture. If there are questions, talk to the customer. And take a pictorial inventory that will clearly identify the type and exact location of the pre-existing damage. This will assure everyone is on the same page from pickup to delivery. The pictorial inventory document is used at origin when loading the customer's household goods. The process is to carefully examine the entire item on the inventory sheet, the type of damage, and the exact location of the damage. The final step, and this is key, is to obtain the customer's agreement and signature. The second best practice step to follow for avoiding claims with overstuffed furniture is to assure you understand the wrapping techniques that will best protect your OS furniture. Utilizing either shrink wrap or protective storage bags will protect the customer's furniture. It is important to note the number of cushions and pillows and document that they were also stretch wrapped with the sofa. Here are some cautions you need to be aware of when considering shrink wrap for OS furniture. Never shrink wrap leather, velvet or crushed velvet, or vinyl. If an overstuffed item includes painted wood, check it carefully to make sure the paint will not adhere to the plastic. Then when it comes to loading, step 3 of best practices for OS furniture is to always wrap the furniture inside the home prior to taking it outside. This will assure its protection during the move as well as from the outside elements. This goes for unloading as well. Always unwrap and unpad inside the customer's residence. And finally, there are 2 items you should be aware of when examining destination procedures. The first is using the appropriate cutting tool for the shrink wrap used. The second is to review the item or items with the customer. To ensure OS furniture protection, there are some innovative products that you could use to reduce claims even more. One of the innovative prevention products that will help reduce claims in the overstuffed furniture area is the UVAC furniture bag. This product provides the similar protection as a shrink wrap, but does provide a tighter seal. It is in the form of a furniture bag that can be used for multiple sized OS furniture. After the OS item is placed in the bag, the air is vacuum packed out, providing a plastic wrap that is molded to the shape of the item. As seen in the photos, it allows for easier handling and additional space. Another claims reducing product is the reusable furniture bag. This can be a good option for OS furniture that cannot or should not be shrink wrapped, such as leather and velvet. This reusable furniture bag is constructed nylon material with triple padded corners and rubberized bottoms. The bag has retractable Velcro straps to fit the shape and size of the item. The additional features include handles that allow for the items to be easily maneuvered through the residence and a window to identify the items. Alright, let's see what you remember. Select the most appropriate answer for each question. Appliances are the next category that oftentimes end up with associated claims. In particular, the new high-efficiency top and front-loading washing machines. To avoid claims, you need to pay particular attention to pedestal, high-efficiency top washers, and all front-load washers and stainless steel appliances. The first way to eliminate claims is by looking for this warning. If you see a warning sign, read it. Note that this one indicates that the pedestal cannot be removed without damage. Another issue with the pedestal is the damage that can be caused by a dolly to the thin and unsupported metal cover on the bottom. A new product will be recommended in the slides to follow that can prevent this damage. Now let's specifically examine high-efficiency top-load washing machines and how to avoid claims in this area. Many customers who are being relocated by their employer may get approval for an appliance specialty company to prepare the washer and dryers for safe transportation. But if this is not the case, the driver will need to be aware that many of the high-efficiency pedestal washers have a spring-loaded lid, unprotected base, and the original kit is needed to stabilize the drum from moving during transit. Stainless steel appliances can be a costly claim if proper procedures are not followed. A stainless steel surface can be easily scratched, and it is critical that only clean pads are used to protect the surface. The smallest amount of dirt or debris could cause scratches that result in costly claims. In many cases, scratches to stainless steel cannot be repaired to the satisfaction of the customer. If the damage is not able to be repaired, these appliances can be very costly to replace. Innovative claims prevention products for appliances. First, let's examine where the motor is on the washing machines. As you can see from the photo, the washing machine motor and electrical components are immediately underneath the bottom of the machine and unprotected. As seen in the photo, a hand dolly can easily cause damage to these parts. A lit skid base can be used to protect these components as well as the thin metal base on a pedestal. This product is shown on the next slide. The lit skid base is one of the innovative products to assist in the prevention of damage to the thin metal cover of the pedestal base, the motor, and electrical components of a high-efficiency front-load washer. The lit skid product is a cross-laminated, corrugated pad that slides underneath washing machines and is held in place by bands. Lid protection is another innovative product to assist in the safe moving of this type of washing machine appliance. The photo number 1 shows that the top-load washing machines often have a spring-loaded lid. Photo number 2 shows that bands are used to keep the base in place, which keeps the spring-load lid from popping open during the load and unload process. A best practice is to always pad wrap the appliance prior to using the bands. Shipping bolt kits. There are 40-plus shipping bolt kits for top and front load, high-efficiency washing machines. Service companies and professional movers have always depended on these drum protection kits. However, these kits have become quite unique to each specific manufacturer. In fact, some manufacturers even have multiple kits to accommodate the variances within their product merchandise lines. The customer is provided with a shipping bolts kit at the time of the purchase, but have most often disposed of the kit. Here's the bottom line on shipping bolt kits. The kits are not universal, cannot be interchanged, and are not always readily available. When the original washer kit is not available, there is a product from Litco International that will stabilize the drum, which will restrict side-to-side, forward-back, and up-down motion. This product is for any type of make or model of washing machines. The photos demonstrate the air-inflated bags that restrict motion of the washer drum. This product, along with a card expansion cell, can protect any washer drum, regardless of the make or model. Note, For this product, the airbags can be inflated using a bicycle tire pump and a tip that matches to the airbag opening. They can also be deflated using the same pump and tip. They are also reusable. Now let's bring all this information together. Select the most appropriate answer for each question. Check all the statements that are true when transporting high-efficiency and top-loading washing machines. Mattresses with memory foam or pillow tops could also be a source of high claims. Memory foam mattresses are uniquely made and sensitive to how they are moved and stored. If you are unsure of what type of mattress you are moving, ask the customer when completing the origin inventory. There are many brand names of memory foam mattresses. Tempur-Pedic is one of the high-end brands with some mattresses costing $7,000. Most memory foam mattress companies provide the customers with a warranty, but it is voided if the mattress was not handled properly through the life of the item. Here are the basics on memory foam mattresses. All memory foam mattresses are made of several layers of foam. This provides the uniqueness of the memory foam product. However, it is also the root of some potential claims issues. Shipping the mattress or storing it on its side will cause the foam layers to shift, and this will void the customer's warranty. Memory foam mattresses need to be placed flat near the top of the tier, as any heavy item on top of the mattress can cause permanent indentations. All memory foam mattresses must be shipped and stored flat. This is a drastic change from standard mattresses that can be shipped and stored on its side with no damage to its shape or quality. Another difference is that the memory foam mattresses are temperature sensitive. If it is exposed to below freezing temperatures for a prolonged period of time, the mattress can break when it is removed from the carton. This type of damage can be avoided by allowing the mattress to reach a room temperature before unpacking. Memory foam mattresses are also susceptible to discoloration when exposed to oxygen, and trapped moisture on the pad surface can cause mold stains. It is important for the driver to carefully inspect the mattresses and clearly note the pre-existing condition prior to packing. Because of their size, pillow top mattresses can present a challenge in moving. Pillow top mattresses are much thicker than the standard mattress, and for that reason, they need to be packed in a pillow top mattress carton. Some mattress bags can accommodate the size of a pillow top, but special care must be taken by the driver and crew to not slightly bend the mattress around corners. A mattress bag may be used in place of the mattress carton, but special care must be taken not to bend the mattress. There are 3 best practices for packing mattresses which you will want to be aware. First, plan and document. To prevent claims, you need to be prepared and always use an appropriately sized carton or bag to cover the mattress. Additionally, you need to assure that you complete the inventory sheet at point of origin, noting any stains, tears, or pre-existing damage, and indicate on the carton if it is memory foam mattress, as well as notating the make and the description on the inventory sheet. Next, protect before transporting the mattress. Always pack the mattress in the residence, not only to protect it from the outdoor environment, but also to protect it from stains and rubbing on the way out from the residence to the truck. Number 3, mattress in transit and storage. This is simple. The rule is never fold or bend the mattress, whether it is a memory foam or pillow top. And remember, a best practice to prevent any damage to memory foam mattresses is to pack them in a carton and ship and store them flat. Avoid turning it on its side except to carry it through doorways. Likewise, avoid placing any heavy items on top of the memory foam mattress carton. The reusable mattress bag is one of the innovative products you could use to transport the standard or pillow top mattress. This mattress bag has retractable Velcro straps that will accommodate all sizes, from standard single size to a pillow top California King. This reusable mattress bag has handles that allow ease of movement in and out of the customer's residence. For sanitary purposes, it is important that all mattresses be packed in a new carton or disposable mattress bag prior to placing it in the reusable mattress bag. Now let's bring all this information together. Select the most appropriate answer for each question. The fifth category is flat panel TVs. Flat panel televisions can often be difficult to move due to their size and sensitivity of the screens. So what are you to do? There are a number of best practices for moving and transporting flat panel TVs. First, if you have the availability, pack the TV in its original carton. Be sure that the original carton includes all the internal support. If that is not available, use a specialized carton for flat panel TVs. There are various carton supply companies that provide specialized cartons for flat panel and LCD TVs. It is most important that the carton is designed to handle the width of the television so that it is properly supported. Next, proper marking of the box is crucial. Make sure you mark the carton fragile as well as upright. Many of the TV cartons will include a tilt watch to assure the customer that the TV has remained upright through the shipping and storage process. Another best practice is to use the parts box for the hardware and clearly mark the carton with the remote controls. Remote controls are frequently claimed as lost items. During the loading process at the point of origin, it is important that the driver clearly notes any external damage to the TV or case. Additionally, the inventory sheet needs to include the make, model, and size of the TV. The question comes up, will standard boxes protect the flat panel TV? The answer is no. Why? Standard cartons will not provide the internal support needed to avoid pressure on the screen. Use a specially designed flat panel TV carton when the original carton is no longer available. It can be telescoped to accommodate most TV sizes and has the specific internal support needed for these types of TVs. This is another example of an innovative product for a flat panel TV. The roto-molded LCD plasma case by Gator Cases is virtually indestructible. This product may have an application standard with the van equipment or in storage application. There are 3 general best practices that can make a significant impact in reducing the number of claims you see. The first additional best practice is to utilize the customer checkoff sheet. At point of destination, one of the most important things that the driver has to remember is to have the customer complete the customer checkoff sheet. This is a crucial step in the inventory process as it allows the customer to check off the item number as it is placed into the residence and know any missing or damaged items. This provides the hauler an opportunity to locate these items before leaving residence. It is important for the driver to provide the customer with a copy of the completed customer checkoff sheet. If the customer is unwilling to complete the form, indicate that the customer has waived the opportunity and have the customer sign and date the document. Even if this situation occurs, the driver is still expected to complete the checkoff sheet. Note, the customer checkoff form is not applicable in military shipments. The second general best practice is to use a high-value inventory on every shipment. This should be given to the customer to complete prior to the packing or loading of the shipment. The high-value inventory helps identify specific items that need special care and attention. Even if the customer does not have any high-value items to be listed, it is important that the customer note that there are no items to list and sign the form. The third general best practice is to ensure the valuation declaration is properly filled out and signed by the customer. A properly completed valuation declaration statement on the bill of lading clearly defines the type and amount of coverage a customer has requested. Remember, federal regulations state that an incomplete or unsigned valuation declaration will automatically default to full coverage value at $6 a pound. Oftentimes, the difference between successful claim prevention and persistent claim issues can be dependent on how well you pay attention to the details. Following these general best practices every time on every shipment can make a big difference in your claim experience and the overall quality of move for the customer. We have gone through a great deal of information, so let's summarize the overarching concepts you have learned. The first theme you heard in this training is talking with the customer. Involving your customer at the point of origin during inventory and at the unloading with the customer checkoff sheet will help you see less claims. This training only reviewed the top 5 claim areas, but by drivers and packers following the industry's best practices for avoiding claims, you will see a reduction which will increase both your customer service as well as your bottom line. And finally, as with all professionals in all industries, it is crucial to be in touch with the latest advances and technology to help you run your operation more effectively. Now let's bring all this information together. Select the most appropriate answer for each question.